So it's definitely a maple, but I think it's a red maple, not a sugar maple. The leaf has only 3 lobes. The sugar maple has the telltale 5 lobes. We'll just call it a maple tree. Hey folks, this is Rack James from ORS Racks Direct, coming to you from our warehouse office in lovely Vermont in the shade of a maple tree. Fun fact, the sugar maple is the official tree of ORS Racks Direct. This tree, however, we think is a red maple. Anyway, here today is the Kuat NV hitch-mounted bike rack. This is a really nice bike rack with lots of features, and I'm going to kind of walk you through them right now. So this is the NV for a 2-inch hitch. It's available in 1.25" and 2-inch models. The 2-inch NV can accept the 2-bike add-on, so you can actually add 2 more trays. It's sold separately to carry up to 4 bikes. Right now this thing is ready to carry 2 bikes. The 1.25" model will only carry 2 bikes. It's not compatible with the add-on. First thing you'll notice, this thing is in fold-up mode, stowing mode if you will. It keeps the length of the vehicle to a minimum. For loading and transporting bikes, you pull this handy spring lever right here and you can drop it down so it's all ready to go. Let's show you how easily it is to load a bike onto this thing. So again, it can carry 2 bikes. Nice thing about the NV, the trays are 13 inches apart. That's actually pretty wide relative to other styles. So that means that loading and unloading bikes is actually quite easy. There's not as much interference between the handlebars and the other seat from the other bike. But anyway, this is all you got to do. Get the old ratcheting arm in position. There's a little push button here. You can push it to raise that hook up to get it so it'll clear the wheel, so the wheel will go into place nice and easily. Make sure you open up the wheel strap. The wheel strap, by the way, can slide to accommodate different wheelbases. Grab your trusty steed. This is my old road bike. Still riding this thing after 10 years almost. It's a shame, right, Matt? But anyway, once the bike is in the tray, all you do is you line up the hook so that it goes right in front of the brake caliper and ratchet it down so that it holds it in place. And then you just position your wheel strap correctly. And this is a nice long wheel strap, so it can accommodate up to 3-inch tires. And as far as wheel sizes, this thing will accommodate all the way up to a road bike wheel, all the way down to a 20-inch wheel. For 20 and 24-inch wheels, you've got this little adapter here, and this guy fits underneath the hook and basically just spaces it out so that this thing can lower enough to tension onto a 20-inch wheel. We don't need it for this road bike at all. All right, so that's the loading. It's that simple. To unload, you just reverse the oh, by the way, before I unload it, go show you a couple of cool things. This has an integrated lock. You can lock both bikes with this cable. You basically pull out the retractable cable from both ends of the tray and you meet it somewhere in the middle. It'll come through both of the frames and that'll lock just like that. So that's a really nice feature as well. You get full locking security. I haven't quite gotten the technique down to do this without looking like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. And when you do, please let me know. All right. It also comes with a locking hitch pin. So the rack itself is locked into the receiver, so someone can't come along and, even though your bikes are locked onto the platform, take the whole thing with you and run with them and run. There is also a knob down here, and that knob, if you take a look, is it tightens a wedge on the other end of the stinger so that it removes all the wobble inside that receiver. So that's a really nice feature as well. So it's a very, very stable rack, even on bumpy roads. Okay, so let's unload this thing, show you some other features. Oh, one more feature before we unload it. See, there's so many features. Say you have a hatchback. Right now with 2 bikes loaded, you would not be able to open the rear hatch without taking the bikes off. So they built in another tilt feature with that same lever. You can lower it down, I think it's 40 degrees, and that would enable a hatch to open while the bikes are still loaded. So that's a pretty slick and convenient feature. But back into flat mode. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and take this thing off here. Push that button, drop that out of the way, and we're done. Now, the other thing that I think is super cool about this bike rack, when you're done, check this out. That lever, pop that back into storage mode, and look what we have here. We have the Trail Dock bike stand. I mean, I think this is really cool. You know how before you get on that ride, you want to lube your chain, maybe you want to check your shifting, maybe you want to put on a different set of pedals. Well, this thing comes with a built-in bike stand. Maybe you can stand in the parking lot of a popular bike center and sell tune-ups for 20 bucks a pop. Help pay off this rack. Pretty sure that is all the features of this very fine bike rack. And yeah, we'll call that good. So again, this is a Kuat NV 2-inch, again available in 1 1/4 and 2-inch. Thanks as always for watching. This is Rack James from ORS Racks Direct.